What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Addicted to Knives. We got one that I haven't really been too intrigued by, but it's a freaking killer knife. It is the TRM Shadow. I'm not a huge fan of access style locks, because obviously this is not the access lock, even though their Benchmade's patent has run out, but that's why everybody can use the technically the design. But this is, I'm not sure what TRM's access lock name is, but for me, I like a strong access style lock, and this is far from it. This is like the complete opposite for me, but I think it's a shame because, I guess you could get, this is a pass around knife. Also, I just want to make that clear. If it was personally mine, I probably would switch out the Mega Springs for some thicker ones. Hopefully that would end up, making it a little, a little better action with the little more detent, if you would. Because this is kind of lackluster. But, it's still usable, and this blade is pretty sick. I'm definitely digging the knife overall. This is comfortable as hell. You can definitely do some cutting with this all day long, and I can only imagine what the titanium one feels like, because I know they have full titanium scales. Now I know that TRM is really big, and their most main thing is on the TRM Atom and the Neutron. I think their scales are swappable, which is pretty cool. I think they're that's their main thing, which is I think that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure you can't do that on this. I would imagine so. Is that a... Yes, it is. It is a clamshell design. I did not notice that. It's a two-piece, not a three-piece where it would have a one piece, one side, one here, and then a backspacer. It's actually, this part is, the backspacer's connected to one side, which is pretty cool. I do like that. It's a little bit more rigidity, per se. And that's why you could see there's nothing on this side, which it does make that nice and less crowded, I guess you could say. Pivot is really cool. It got really cool milling on it. This is all done in the US as well, which is another really good part about TRM. All their manufacturing is done in the US. Obviously, you can see here, TRM, it's 20 CV. It's got a nice flat grind on it. It's slicey, but it's not super thin. It could possibly get thinner, but this is going to be a work knife, period. This would be just an amazing work knife, because it's got it's like a sheep's foot, but it also has the belly, so you get best of both worlds. You could still get up there and do some utility cutting, but it sweeps up pretty high. But the handle also is nice, because this is really good for food prep, because you can get a pinch grip right here and do the rocking, and you can get some really chefy type of like chef knife kind of work on it. Kind of has that chef's vibe, just shrunk down, but honestly the knife is a home run, other than the Omega Springs being weak. That's about it. And honestly, that's not really a bad thing, because like I said in the beginning, you can get it switched out. So but honestly, this knife, it always looked cool to me, but I was never a big fan of TRM. Like, the design like never really spoke to me. More work knifey. I'm more of a fidget kind of guy. Even though this is really fidgety supposedly, but to me, I'm not an access lock kind of guy, or a button lock kind of guy at that. I like to hit that and feel that drop to your nail, and then I don't know what it is, and then have that. I'm like, I really like that feeling. But it's a good knife. Definitely the price point, they're hard to find. Definitely hard to find. Let me double check. Yeah, I don't even know 100% what the price point is. I think they're in the 300 zone, 350. I think 350. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember back from Blade Show. Because they don't, like, on their website, they're always sold out. Because it is a very popular knife. I know a bunch of fellow YouTubers and stuff bought a couple on at Blade Show. A lot of people bought them at Blade Show. But like I never was a bug out person and stuff like that. Like, I never started with a bug out, so I never liked that style lock. So I wasn't gonna pick one up. But I have thought about getting like the Neutron or the Atom. But I just never did, and I might end up picking one up, because after handling this, they definitely do good work, 100%. The tolerances on this, for it being one of these style locks, it is super thin. Like, I mean, it is thin, which is really, really cool. Pocket clip is all inset with flat inset screws. Hardware is nice. I don't think, do I have a magnet around here? I don't think, because I don't think this is these aren't titanium. I would be surprised if it was titanium. They do have the filler tab, which is another huge plus, especially with people, like what this is aimed for, like, the working man. Like, basically, like Benchmade, one knife you could beat the shit out of it, and which I can only imagine TRM probably has a pretty good warranty. I know the owners of TRM are freaking such nice people. I did talk to them a little bit at Blade Show, and they're so nice, freaking nice as hell. So I would imagine they're definitely pretty good with that. Maybe not Benchmade, but Benchmade's kind of, you pay for the butterfly pretty much, is what they say, which whatever. Yeah, I mean, I like it. It's different for me. It's definitely a big popular knife, the TRM Shadow. I've always, heard people talk about the TRM Shadow, but I've never actually handled one. So, I'm impressed. It's just the Omega Springs, and this is definite. This one actually came straight from like straight from the company, straight from TRM, because excuse me, sorry to be coughing in your ear. This came straight from TRM. The person who had it before me in the pass around group, something happened to it and wasn't able to be fixed or something, I think, and they sent a whole new one out because, that's how they are. So it's pretty much brand spanking new. I think the person that it was sent back to might have opened and closed it a few times, but probably a bunch of times, but if other than that, which might also be another thing with the action, it might just need to be worked in, because I know access locks are kind of finicky like that. The longer, the more you flick it, the better it kind of gets, oddly enough. But I don't know. I'm just not really that type of I don't know. I never really liked button locks, even though there's the whole button lock craze. I've had button locks, but honestly, they just never. I think the one button lock I actually really liked was the Kaiser. Why can't I think of it? It was a Warncliffe. It was a real small one. Or no, it wasn't a Warncliffe. It was Sheep's Foot. And I forget the name of it. But it was my favorite. It had a flipper, and it was good. I will say that. But that was like the only one that I actually really liked. So I'm not a button lock. I kind of skip out on most of the button lock stuff recently. The craze that has been going on. A couple of the titanium ones are pretty good, but which is another thing with this. It's G10. It's not micarta, which I'm pretty sure they have them in micarta. I would imagine so. I myself haven't really noticed. I'm pretty sure I've seen one, but I'm like trying to remember. I don't think I have. But most likely it's out there. But mainly I've seen G10 and black G10 actually, and titanium. Which the titanium actually looks really good. It does. It looks really, really good with with this configuration, just titanium. But if it had a liner lock or frame lock, I definitely would get it. But that's what the whole pass around group is about, though. Checking out stuff that you would not normally check out. So yeah. So I went over the blade. The stock is pretty thin. That also adds to a little bit of a sliciness. It could be a little more robust because it's a little thin. It's actually pretty thin stock for for most. Like, this is the Brian Brown Jaeger, and that's not a completely chunky stock, but if you can tell, it's pretty a lot thicker. It's a lot thicker. It's like double it. So but ergos are just amazing. This choil, it's kind of like I think it's more than 50, like a 50-50 choil. I think it's a 50-50 choil. But I think it's just how it's set up, how, the blade comes down, and this kind of sweeps back up. It's just whoever designed it definitely had ergos in mind, and they knocked us out of the park. They really did. It's in this position right here. It's so comfortable. Like, it's so comfortable. Yeah. I mean, that's really all. It's just a good work knife. Like, I know a lot of people think that it's fidgety, so it could be a good fidgety knife too. But honestly, if you want a knife that's gonna last, like, there's no play in this thing. And look at this. Look how well it just drops. Like, it's definitely, the tolerances are on point. It does run on bearings. Sometimes you can get the drop like that without being on bearings. I have seen that with Benchmade and stuff, but this is definitely on bearings. I do know that they have these rubber things, these rubber O-rings that go under here. I wish I had some to put on it, because I think that I think they look pretty cool. I thought it would be pretty cool, but it didn't come with any. I don't know what size O-rings, so I didn't really get any. Obviously, it's not mine. So I am tired as shit. So I'm sorry if my voice is heavily crackly. And I'm like really tired. I've been working my ass off with the new job. It's not new anymore. It's been 3 months, over 3 months, pretty much, almost 2.5 months. So but it's keeping me busy and everything, so trying to get situated with that, and I'm trying to start getting used to pumping out more stuff, because I kind of took a back burner. Like, I kind of slowed down with the whole posting and everything. I've had thoughts and about like putting the channel on hold, or just not posting for a little while, or only posting a couple here and there. But it's really, there's no reason why I can't do it. I mean, it's fun to me, so it's I just got to get back in that routine. When I was doing it, when I was working at my other job, it was going good, everything was right. But then once I lost my job, and those 4 months I was off, I thought, oh, I'm gonna hit it hard, I'm gonna put out so much content, and I literally didn't want to do shit. So it kind of fucked me up there, and left me in a weird place. So I'm trying to get back to doing this shit how I was before losing my job, my previous job. So hopefully I could build the channel up, because I've been around for a while, and I know I don't post that much, and my videos, I guess, aren't that popular, but people know me, and I'm only at 320 subscribers. So my Instagram's 1,500 or something like that, but YouTube is kind of low numbers. I thought I would figure at least 5, but I guess the content really matters the most, obviously. So I think what that just tells me is pretty much I need to, focus more on that and up my game with not so much the content itself, but the amount. Like, I need to post more regularly, and my videos, talking on them, I need to get, work some things out. So, the people that do comment all the time, I love you guys, which I need to start actually conversating with you guys, honestly, and I don't, I don't know why I never really did, but I need to, because that's what's gonna have people coming back, is that conversation, that back and forth, because honestly, you guys pretty much are what keeps me doing it. The comments like, oh yeah, keep going, great video, love that, thanks for the review, I think I'm gonna check it out, or what, you made me think, like, I might not, might look at something different, or I'd never seen that knife is awesome, I'm gonna get one, and then I got one, it's awesome, thanks for the review, blah 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 blah, so forth and so forth. Like, it makes me want to do it. It makes me keep wanting to do it. But I get in these like ruts where I gotta pull myself out of it, and I don't know, it's like a straight up just lazy ruts. And I've had it my whole life. It's kind of shitty that I hit like a brick wall, and I'm like, I don't want to do shit. I'm just gonna not do anything. Just do the bare minimum, and I need to stop fucking doing that. I've done that my whole life, and it's time not to do that. So hopefully it's going to be a change. So I love you guys, and thanks for listening to me ramble about my fucking pointless life. But I love you guys. Yeah. There'll be a couple up this week. Actually, today is actually the 8th of August. So, yeah, I'm going to be posting a couple this week and probably a couple next week. And I'm going to try to get the momentum going again, because I know I posted a couple in the past, and I'm just now recently realizing that I can schedule videos out. So I did a couple of them, and it seemed to work out pretty well. So also, if you've listened to me ramble on this long, let me know in the comments if you would want me to put my intro back on, or if you guys just don't give a fuck. Like, I mean, you came here to see knives, not the fucking intro, so I figured I took it off. Like, I've talked to Kevin about it from Lefty. We were talking about it a couple times, and he came up with the same idea. He was throwing it around like, they want the knives, they don't want a fucking intro, a 5-second intro or whatever. They want the knife on the table, you talking about the knife, and boom. Like, if you want to talk about yourself, like, conversation later, okay, but yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you. Leave some comments. I promise I will comment back, even if it's just a thank you. I love you guys. Peace out.